What's going on? TK Pryor coming at you. Master Wealth Builders LLC is the brand, the life insurance agency that I created. And I became a licensed financial professional by passing a state exam. And at this point, I try to do educational videos every single day to show other black people how to set up a family trust, to implement the Rockefeller method, or what they call the waterfall method, into your own life, because it makes financial sense. It's fiscally responsible. It's thinking about your future. And it's what white people do all the time. The Rockefellers proved this concept to be true. They proved that it worked. And it's very simple to set up this process. It takes about an hour. All you have to do is fill out some paperwork. So what is an IUL? What is a cash value life insurance policy? It simply put is a insurance policy that comes with a savings account. That savings account gives you indexing strategy that compounds every year, tax-free growth, and it allows you to build money in a savings account every single year. So my son has a policy, my daughter has a policy, I have a policy. All three are in a family trust. This is the family trust. It's just a set of instructions. It's paperwork that says this is what I want done with the assets that I own, and this is how I want the money associated with my trust distributed. So the first thing I put into my trust was my insurance policies, because they are an asset. They bring money back into my house. They are a savings account that grows every single year, right? So my son, he has a policy which costs me $100 a month. And then my daughter has a policy which costs me $200 a month. And then I have a policy which costs me another $200 a month. So I pay about $450 for my whole family. And the beneficiary of my policy is my family trust. So it's very easy to set this up. I want to help other people who look like me to set the same thing up in their family. I really want you guys to get an extra layer of protection, because the main thing that comes with most IULs is living benefits. If I get into a critical injury through a car accident tomorrow, I can call the insurance company and say, hey, up to 80% of the face value of my policy can be issued to me in a check while I'm still alive. That's beneficial because the likelihood statistically of something happening to you in terms of critical injury is pretty high. At some point in your life, that may happen to you, whether it's a heart attack, stroke, critical injury. It's likely. So if you have living benefits, you can tap into those funds just by calling the life insurance company and say, hey, I would like to exercise my living benefits. This is what happened to me. Here's the paperwork to prove it. And then they cut you a check. So I want you guys to get living benefits. I want you guys to set up a family trust. I want you guys to cover all of your children with a IUL, because my son is 5. In 20 years, he will be 25. My daughter in 20 years will be 47. So they can simply go into the app associated with their policy, with their IUL, and say, I would like to take out a loan to do anything they want to do. It's a savings account that grows the longer you have it. So it is an asset that puts money back into your house. You want your children to be able to go to their life insurance policy and take out a loan to do anything, start a business, buy a car, open whatever they want to do. They have that ability because you took the time to get an IUL. So let me help you set up the same thing. Use the link in my bio to schedule a consultation. I'll show you an illustration. You sign the illustration, then you sign the contract. Make the first payment, which is considered consideration. Then you're covered from that point forward. You make your payments every single month. And then the beauty part is that because it's a savings account, you have a IRS limit, just like with a IRA, that you can put additional money into the account above your bill. So what's the IRS limit for an IRA? Around what? You Google it. So your insurance policy comes with an IRS limit that you can add additional money to your savings account to make it grow faster. So my son's policy has a $6,000 limit that I can add in addition to the bill every month so that his policy grows faster. His savings account compounds even more. My daughter has a limit to her policy, which is like $10,000. And if I add that every single year, it grows faster. Her account multiplies even more. You really want to get the policy, get an IUL, and then contribute the MEC limit every single year so that it compounds, it utilizes the indexing strategy and credits you that growth. Then, at some point in the future, your children can use it as leverage to aid their life. I told you guys many times that when my mom passed, she left me a deferred index annuity, and that annuity basically is what I'm living off of now. So you have to set these things up in your family's future. You have to do these things because it makes financial sense. Don't leave your family a GoFundMe. Leave them a check. And living benefits is the best part about insurance because it allows you, if something unfortunate happens in your life, you can use it while you're still on this planet. My children can use their IULs whenever they want to, because any cash in their account, they can take a loan out against. You go into the app and it says, this is the loan amount available to you. And then you borrow that amount, pay it back, rinse and repeat. Let me help you set this up. I'm here to empower the Black community, to get you guys to make more financial responsibilities, to focus on assets, not liabilities, and to change our mindset into the same things that white people have been doing for the past 200 years. Now anyone can do it, but it's a decision you have to make. It's a allocation that you have to set up. Everybody talks about what they can't afford to do, and I use Lyft as an example to say, hey, $100 a month, $100 a day in Lyft is $3,000 a month. If you redirect that Lyft money to cover your insurance, guess what? Boom. You're covered. It doesn't come out of your pocket. And now you're redirecting funds into an investment that's going to put money back into your pocket. It's easy to make $100 a day in Lyft. It usually takes a few hours of driving. And then if you reallocate those funds into a IUL, guess what? Now you're winning. $500 a month will cover your whole family. Or $500 a month with you spending it in an IUL will multiply so much more. It's just going to compound. It's just going to grow. It's just going to help you. It's important for us to start making these type of decisions. It's important for us to spend this type of money on IULs, on annuities. It's important for us to make these kind of executive decisions in the Black life. Our Black dollar is the biggest dollar on the planet when it comes to spending power. We reshape industries when we focus our attention and our spending power. Why not spend it on things that put money back in your house?